Cowboys make me cry, but there's nothing I can do.
I love it.
Yeah. Wait, did you film that right after the game?
Yes, everyone in my house was already asleep, so I was like, okay, I gotta get this frustration out. So I went straight to my car. And, yeah, I did that for like 20 minutes and then I broke out the tequila.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah. But welcome everybody, Trainwreck Podcast, episode 25. The Cowboys may suck, but we're doing better than the Broncos.
True.
Yeah. 70 points. I had a feeling we were going to see it one day in the NFL. I just didn't think it was going to be this week. I thought, if anything, I thought it more than likely would have happened with the Chiefs and Bears. But the Broncos, it's a new rock bottom. After the horrible year they had last year, and they haven't looked so hot this year. I don't know if you guys watch That's Good Sports at all, but every time there's a Broncos game, he uploads new worst game ever, and there ain't gonna be a game that's gonna top 70 to 20.
I watch him every night. He's hilarious.
Yeah, like I said, there ain't gonna be a new worst game ever because nothing's gonna ever top that game.
All right, it's the Broncos we're talking about here.
Yeah. But that being said, the Dallas Cowboys are on my last fucking nerve. Losing to a team that's in the Caleb Williams Bowl. And not only that, the defense that's supposed to be the best in the NFL, giving up 222 rushing yards when we draft a dude that's supposed to help fix our run defense. And our run defense has been an issue since 2020. The biggest example, 2020, we played the Ravens. We gave up over 300 yards of rushing. Then we played the Browns, gave up over 250 yards of rushing. And then last year, we have not been able to defend the run. We can sack the quarterback, but yeah. And then like Micah Parsons, he didn't really have that great of a game, and he's supposed to be the best defensive player in the league. And they would run straight at him, and they would run straight past him. You know, he got that one sack at the end of the third quarter. But other than that, they built their game plan about beating Micah Parsons. And it's like, well, where are our other pass rushers? Where's DeMarcus Ware? Where's Osa Digizua? Where's Dorrance Armstrong? Where's Jonathan Hankins? You know, he was a big help in the run stop, but he didn't have one sack, I don't think. Yeah,
that was a crazy game.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs had 4 incompletions. Didn't even throw for 200 yards, but didn't have to if James Conner has 14 carries for 98 yards, averaging 7 yards a carry. Josh Dobbs himself had 6 carries for 55 yards.
So they were just running it down y'all's throat.
Yeah, and then Rondell Moore, a wide receiver, breaks off a 50-yard run. And imagine what's going to happen when we play Deebo Samuel in a few weeks.
Yeah, rip.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm not worried about this week is we ain't going to get torched in the running game by Ezekiel Elliott's slow ass. So at least we don't have that to worry about this week against the Patriots. But what's our offense going to do? Because once you get past the 20-yard line, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
I know. You guys have like a very high-power offense, but for some reason it's been inconsistent around the goal line.
Yeah. I mean, Tony Pollard, 23 carries, no touchdowns. Dak Prescott ran it 3 times for 24 yards. Why didn't they try running a read option to score a touchdown? Instead, they tried to throw a fade on third down, a very low percentage play. That's a play you run on first down. That's not a play you run on third and goal, unless you're certain you're going to go for it on fourth and goal. And yeah, Mike McCarthy, I'm not impressed by his play calling so far because that was stupid. All right, what about the Raiders? Because I know y'all got your ass kicked too.
It wasn't as bad as you guys. Let's be real, Chief.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ours is a little bit more respectful.
The Steelers suck.
Yeah, they suck too. Because we expected the Cowboys curse off the fucking Cardinals, but
yeah.
Yeah, I think we all predicted it like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't give predictions on Cowboys games, but
Oh, well, yeah. Me and
yeah.
him did.
And that's why I don't give predictions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one, I think we could have we were down by 8. It's 3rd and goal or something like that. I can't remember what down it was, so don't catch me lying or not. But it was definitely, we were down by 8. We were close, and he goes ahead and goes for a field goal. There's like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I think we should have just went for it and then try to go for 2 if we did get it. I don't know. But
I think it's just a simple weakest. The team's got outcoached by Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Our coaching staff is just dog shit. Like borderline, I think the college coaches are better than our current coaches right now. It's just an old fashioned coach stiff, basically.
Yeah, dude, he's never had a losing season.
Yeah.
And this comes to the question of the Raiders. If we're gonna have a losing record, are we gonna trade Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs? Just try to pick up draft picks and continue our rebuild?
I don't think anyone will trade for Josh Jacobs since his contract's up at the end of this season, and right now he's not looking so hot, Devontae Adams, on the other hand, though, 13 catches, almost 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he was your guys' offense.
But at this point, we may have to.
Yeah.
Because what's holding us back, because we had the talent, don't get me wrong. This team should be better than what it's supposed to be. But the thing is, Mike McDaniel's fucking goon squad is fucking controlling them.
Like Chandler Jones, he's not playing, which really makes me mad. We haven't even played, or we barely played the new defensive lineman, that Wilson kid, and we picked him 6th or something. And you got other rookies out here like Jalen Carter that got picked up 10th, hitting people in the backfield and stuff like that already. And it just really, I don't know. I think it's our coach, really. Our coach sucks. I heard he got the job when he went in there, and he's like, because apparently, not apparently, but we played the Patriots back in the day, and there was the butt fumble, or not the butt fumble.
Tuck roll.
Yeah. And, dude, I guess he walked in there and he said to our bowl cut fucking not general manager, but our bowl cut owner, Mark Davis, and was like, it was, y'all should have won the game or something like that. And he was just like, you got the job. That's what I heard. But
that wouldn't fucking surprise me.
Dude.
But Jimmy G also.
Go ahead.
Jimmy G also didn't play good. I mean, he threw 3 interceptions. I know he got knocked out, but and now he's in concussion protocol, but
yeah.
I think with Jimmy G, it's like a 50-50. I think it's between our office coordinator and Jimmy G.
Yeah. Yep.
But y'all also haven't been able to get the run game going either, and that's not really helping Jimmy G out that well either. And Zach, you and me were texting about it yesterday, and you're saying it was the play calling that's screwing up the running game, right?
I feel like because, dude, Jacobs, he's a great back, and they're like literally just I'm not even good at calling what do you call it?
Madden.
Yeah, I'm not good at calling all the plays or nothing like that, but I know what they're about to do before they do it. I'm like, oh, here's a run play, and then they hand it right to them, and they're blitzing all the time.
Exactly. Our offense is so damn basic. It's like high school ball.
Yeah, dude, and you already know what they're about to do. So obviously, if you think the best back is about to get the ball, everybody go get his ass.
We're not running enough play actions. We're not running screen plays. We're not even trying to mix up plays.
Yeah. We won't run from the gun, nothing.
If we have Jacobs on the field, why we're not taking advantage of the play action? Because they're going to expect the run play, but if we get him with play action, we're going to gain some yards.
We need to start doing little short dump passes to Hunter Renfrow and little side passes to the new tight end.
And we need to get Hunter Renfrow more involved with the offense. It's pissing me off or not.
Yeah, because
there's a reason why we're calling him 3rd and Renfrow.
Dude, he
Oh,
was
for real, though.
great at Clemson, dude. Hunter Renfro was amazing. I mean, he was doing great for us before dude showed up.
And Michael Myers, our new tight end.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been liking it. I think he's been a really solid tight end for us. So I'm not really as mad as the Darren Waller trade. He's not been flashy with the catches all that, but he's been a balanced tight end between the run play and the passing play.
Yeah, and he's playing, and he was the second round pick, and that other dude, he's not playing at all. Oh, man. It's just really getting to me. And I guess Chandler Jones ain't playing because he couldn't get into the facility to lift weights, or that's just what they say.
I think it's a CTE.
Yeah, I
Same
mean,
thing will happen to Antonio Browns.
he
Well,
probably
didn't he-
thought his brother John Jones too much.
Well, didn't he like accuse some people like in the Raiders organization of like being pedophiles, and then he said they were screwing him over on his contract and stuff like that? Like he went
Yeah,
on
I
a
saw
rant,
that.
and then the Raiders had to call like a wellness check to his house.
You're right. I didn't see nothing about the first thing that you said, but definitely the wellness. That's wow. That is crazy.
Yeah, he said, yeah, like fuck it, I don't want to play for the Raiders anymore. Holy shit, this article is long as fuck. Google it, people.
But he basically did the same thing when he's playing for Patriots.
He said a Larry Fitzgerald clone was trying to come and get him.
Yeah.
All right. Now I don't feel as bad about the Cowboys.
I mean, he was either doing cocaine like John Jones was, or is weed legal there? I don't know. He had to been high on something.
Even if it's legal, the NFL still, or yeah, the NFL like loosely allows it now. Like they just get fined
they
for
don't
it.
care this year or something like that.
I think it's only for medical use only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking he may have just like hit something too many times or something. I don't know, because that's crazy talk right there.
Well, because I remember them talking about like, oh, Josh Gordon, he'll be able to play now because he won't get suspended for weed. So he just had to go and do other drugs to get suspended. And that's why he's in the fucking fan control league with Johnny Manziel now.
It's just, it sucks because it's like the second time with drama with the Raiders between Antonio Browns and Chandler Jones now.
Mm-hmm.
And beforehand, Alden Smith, like long ago.
Yeah.
You had Gruden. Don't forget about Gruden.
Yeah, John Gruden. It's like we just can't get out
Henry
of drama.
Ruggs.
Yeah, Henry Ruggs.
Dude, it's just all bad. It's always been bad for us, dude. We got like bad juju, or we got a curse or something.
But I would say it was, as a Raider Nation and the Raiders organization as a whole, it's actually kind of looking bright for the future. Because Mark Davis is actually making moves to improve the team as a whole.
For sure.
I think, do you think next year is Aiden O'Connell's year to start?
Well, you might see Aiden O'Connell start sooner than later.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It could be this year, man. Jimmy G, he keeps every other game he's going down and he's like acting like he's hurt like real bad for a second, and then he goes back out there and fights. I don't know. Well, he don't even really fight. He just goes out there and plays. But you know what I'm saying? He's just like
I was
hurt for a second and then goes.
Yeah, he's I was 50 yards with his dick, Jimmy G style.
I was impressed by him in the preseason. That's without throwing to Devontae Adams,
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine what's going to be happening when he's playing with, good players out there.
Right. And I could only imagine like having like Trey Tucker out there as another slot. Like we just need to get more plays out there. Like Drew said, we're just basic football.
Mm-hmm.
We're not utilizing all of our talent, basically.
Sounds like the Cowboys.
Yeah, we're in the same boat, Cody.
Yeah. I'm so confident we can make the playoffs.
You just have less trauma than us.
Yeah, but I am
way
less
better
confident. Yeah. I don't know about that now. Fuck.
Well, yeah, maybe not the Trayvon Diggs is out. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I think
did.
Micah Parsons and a lot of those guys can step up for sure.
Yeah, that's the other thing we didn't even talk about. Trayvon Diggs out for the season, torn ACL, and man, they missed him. His Deron Bland got cooked. And freaking Dan Quinn in the Cowboys press conference today said, like, oh, we had 3 players play good. Malik Hooker, Deron Bland, and I think DeMarcus Lawrence was the other. And Lawrence had a good game. He had a sack, but and he was really good in the run game. But Malik Hooker and Deron Bland fucking sucked. So I don't know what the hell Dan Quinn's on. All right, y'all ready to hop into predictions?
Yeah, let's get
All right. All right, everybody. Week 4 NFL predictions. If it's anything just as crazy as week 3, we're going to be in for a treat. Thursday night football, Detroit Lions at Green Bay Packers. The Packers barely pulled it out of their ass this week. I feel like the Lions got the upper hand, especially, I think they swept Green Bay last year, if I'm not mistaken. And I think they're going to continue to trend. I got Detroit over Green Bay. Jordan Love, he led a 17-point comeback. He showed he's got the cojones, kind of proving my agenda of Aaron Rodgers being a system quarterback. But I like the Lions. They had a good bounce back win against the Falcons. So give me Detroit in this one.
I'm going to go with Detroit. The reason I say that, I think Detroit's going to score a lot more than Green Bay. It's going to be like a 42 to 24. I feel like Jared Goff is going to cook them.
And Zach, what about you, buddy?
Honestly, I think so it goes, if Green Bay has like Bakhtiari, Watson, like as long as they only have like one person out, not like half the team, I'm going to go with Green Bay on this one. But if they do, then I'm going to say the Lions.
Yeah, they definitely been.
Go ahead.
I said they definitely been screwed by injuries. David Bakhtiari, he's missed, I think, every game except week 1. Christian Watson hasn't played this year, and Christian Watson's good.
Yeah, I think if they have those, at least, like I said, only 1 or 2 guys out, I think they could do it. But if they have all those guys out again, then no, I'm going with the Lions.
By the way, I was right. Green Bay was swept last year by the Detroit Lions.
Jeez.
This game is going to be in London, going to be broadcast on ESPN and Disney+. Atlanta Falcons at Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, I'm done with your ass. You're about to be benched on my fantasy team. I don't care if I got to put Kirk Cousins in there. I'm going with the Falcons because the Jaguars just got their ass whooped by the fucking Texans.
That is sad.
Give me Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier both scoring a touchdown, and Jacksonville can fuck right it off.
Right. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. I think it's going to be a clean sweep for the Falcons. Like a 28-3. There's a little joke in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think their run game is a little bit too good for Jax to handle. And plus, I think we'll have Cordell Patterson back.
Yeah, and then that give them a third beast running back,
Running back,
that's kind of
kick returner, like slot receiver.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Falcons kind of beat themselves last week because, they didn't use Bijan Robinson nearly enough. And I feel like if they would have came out just running and gunning against the Lions, they would have done way better.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I'm going to go with the Jaguars on this one. And I had a question. I don't know if you guys know for sure or not, but like, how is the whole Disney Plus thing going to work? I know they're going to be in Andy's room, but are they going to be like actually Toy Story characters, like throwing the football and stuff, or how's that going to go?
I haven't looked into it at all. So,
wait, what? This is the first
they're
time
going to be. Yeah, they're going to be playing it on Disney Plus, like Cody was just saying, and they're going to be in Andy's room. And I don't know if it's the whole thing's going to be animated, but I know the background's going to be Andy's room for sure.
It's
probably
like
going to be
a voting game. It's going to be like kind of like that.
It's probably going to be how like Nickelodeon does their thing. Like, you know how like they had Patrick from SpongeBob in the corner and he was roasting Russell Wilson and stuff last year. It's probably going to be
Right.
just like that.
Yeah,
Them go, that's not what he wanted to cook.
I feel you.
Yeah. All right. What was your prediction on that one? I'm sorry.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. All right. Just trying to pull the
Yeah, I'm
notes
gonna
up.
go ahead and go with that.
All right. And then this game should be the primetime game. It said it's on at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I believe Jim Nance and Tony Romo are going to be on the call. The 3-0 Dolphins at the 2-1 Buffalo Bills. I mean, this team just scored 70 points last week. It's hard not to go with the Dolphins. Buffalo's looked really good the last 2 weeks. You know, they blew out the Raiders and blew out the Commanders. Sam Howell had an awful game. The Buffalo defense looked really good. But I'm going with the Dolphins because it's impossible to bet against them right now.
Yeah, I don't know the Dolphins. It'd be a lot more respectable game than the My Little Ponies they had. But yeah. But I would say I'm going to say Tua is going to struggle in this game a little bit more. So it might be like a touchdown game.
I mean, this is definitely the toughest team they're going to have to face yet, but yeah, it's hard not to go with Miami.
Yeah,
Zach, what's your prediction?
I'm going with Miami too because this is like the Bills' first actual test, and they lost to the Jets, the first week. So, I don't think they really are going to do it to Mike Daniels. He's honestly a young G out here. Have you seen like how he looked back in the day and stuff? He looked like like a G out here. I was like, dang. And apparently the interview was he was the ball boy at Denver, and he was like, I want to be in the NFL, and if I can't play in the NFL, something, he was going to be really upset or something along those lines, and that was his dream. And then it showed him walking up to Sean Payton and just being like, good game or whatever like that. And it was just saying at the end, like, never give up or whatever like that, because he wanted to be in the NFL. Then he smoked a team that wouldn't let him be in the NFL, that just basically signed him for a ball boy.
Yeah, his first coaching gig was with the Broncos in 2005. He got hired by Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan's dad. And then went to the Texans, then Washington, Browns, Falcons, 49ers. He's been a little bit of everywhere.
He's got bones and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can open it. Make sure, though.
Yeah, impossible not to go with the Dolphins right now. Minnesota Vikings at Carolina Panthers. Both of these teams are 0-3. The Vikings, their official team sponsor is Butterfinger. They've had 7 fumbles in 3 games. But I'm picking them to win because the Panthers really, really suck. The Vikings may not be good, but they still got a lot of talent. Don't know if Bryce Young's going to play. Andy Dalton did have a good game against Seattle. We both called Adam Thielen scoring a touchdown. He had 11 catches. Him and Dalton look like they got a real good connection. I like their chances better if Andy Dalton starts, but I'm still rolling with the Vikings. Drew, what's your prediction?
Yeah, that's a good one. To be honest, I'll go with the Panthers. I think the Panthers going to get their first win this season. The reason being, the Vikings defense sucks, and I think this is going to be the defense that Bryce Young going to take advantage of.
And if it's Andy Dalton starting?
I'll still say the Panthers still win.
All right. Zach, what about you?
I'm going with the Vikings on this one. I think they're finally going to get a win. I think the Panthers are going to go 0-4.
Yeah. I think the Panthers are going to be contention for the top 5 pick this year. Speaking of teams that are going to be the top 5 of the draft, Denver Broncos at Chicago Bears in the Tank Bowl. One of these teams is going to have Caleb Williams next year, and I think that team is going to be the Broncos. Because how do you bounce back after giving up 70 points? I mean, the Bears suck. Justin Fields really sucks. But how can the Broncos bounce back? Give me the Bears.
Oh, this is a shit bowl right here.
Yeah.
I'll go with the Broncos. I think Russell Wilson's better than Justin Fields. But it's gonna be like a very low scoring game.
Yeah, I mean, the Russell Wilson didn't play that bad last week. Cortland Sutton, he put the ball on the ground twice.
He pretty much has the same stat line as Tua.
Yeah.
Russell and Tua.
Yeah.
But yeah. These teams suck. Their defense sucks. Their offense sucks. They're super inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just the Broncos going to win because Russell Wilson's a better quarterback than Justin Fields.
Yeah. And Zach?
Man, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Broncos on this.
All right.
That's what I'm going to do because I don't hate the Broncos. They're in my division. I don't hate them I hate the Chiefs more than anything. But
yeah, screw you, Bronco fans,
dude. My girlfriend's a Bronco fan, and
yeah, you heard me.
How does she feel about the game? How did she feel?
I told her the score, and she said, "Nuh-uh," and I was like, "Yeah, that's what happened." And she said, "I gotta call my dad."
Did you tell her it's the most points given up in the league since 1966?
The most points given up in the league since 1966. Like your team gave 70 points to a different team, basically.
That's sad.
And that's the first time that happened since 19.
Her fucking team got her shit railed.
Yeah.
Not the first time the 70 points happened. The most is 73, but the
most ever is 73.
Yeah, and the last time that happened was 1966. And it's 2020.
57 years.
Look at that.
Embarrassing.
Cody with the mad facts over here. Yeah, that's embarrassing to be a Broncos fan.
I'm just Raiders fans, but at least we're not Broncos fans.
She said, your team lost last night, so.
Hey, all of our teams lost. We all suck.
Yeah.
Well, not as bad as Broncos. Oh!
I don't know. I don't know. More people are talking about the Cowboys loss over the Broncos loss today, it feels like.
Yeah, it's the Cowboys losing. What'd you expect?
Baltimore Ravens at Cleveland Browns. I ain't ever picking the Browns to win shit. Give me the Ravens. Browns just faced a shitty team this week. Ravens, I mean, they just lost to the Colts. They're due for a get-right game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens. But, the Browns defense is legit. It's scary.
Yeah. I mean,
but you know what? You ain't going to catch me picking the Browns.
Yeah, no. Freaking Myles Garrett terrorized Ryan Tannehill. 3.5 sacks. My God.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens as well because the Duty Browns, the Toilet Bowl Browns, heck no, I'm not going with them.
Yeah, you ain't never going to.
They're running backs. They're not. I mean, they're decent, but they're not.
What it used to be. Nick Chubb right now.
Yeah.
Steelers at Texans. I think the Steelers are in some trouble this week because the Texans, they're a lot better than they're given credit for. I mean, they just beat a Jacksonville team that everyone thought was supposed to be really good, and Pittsburgh's offense sucks. Their defense is still good because they always have a good defense. C.J. Stroud, I feel, is going to be in for a tough week with T.J. Watt chasing him. I'm going with the upset here. I'm going with the Texans.
I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going with the Texans as well. I like C.J. Stroud over Pickett. Texans have a lot of good players. between
He's
offense
still-
and defense.
He's building chemistry with that rookie they got, whatever his name is.
Tank Dell.
I think it's Nico something.
Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Tank Dell plays for. I don't know who he plays for. I just know he's young too. I just can't remember who he plays for. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Steelers just because. I mean, I like C.J. Stroud. There's some record that he has. There's only like 3 other quarterbacks that's done it, but I guess in the first 3 games, throwing over like 900 yards or something like that.
Yeah, third most passing yards for a rookie quarterback. He's behind Cam Newton and Justin Herbert.
Yeah, so I mean that's great. I mean his future's bright and stuff.
And Tank Dell does play for the Texans. He had 5 catches for 145 yards and a touchdown this past week.
Now, I think with this game, the Steelers has a really good defense. Don't get me wrong. I think the offense is going to make them lose the game.
Yeah. Kenny Pickett, I think, sucks. And Najee Harris really sucks. And
I'm never picking him on fantasy football ever again.
Who, Harris?
Yeah, never again.
Yeah, no, Najee Harris sucks.
Yeah.
Even though he won our league for me 2 years ago. But he's been asked
he was
ever
great then, but
Yeah.
not this year. I'm not putting no more money on him.
Yeah. Dude, that reminds me I lost $35 this week on Sleeper.
Yeah,
But-
I've been losing some money on that app.
But what's your prediction for this Steelers-Texans game?
Me?
Yes.
I got the Steelers winning it. I really do like CJ and stuff, but I think Mike Tomlin's just going to be outcoach the other coach.
I mean, that's also a factor to think about because Mike Tomlin is a really fucking good coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never had a losing season. I mean, even though Kenny Pickett's not that good of a quarterback or anything, but like Drew's saying, their defense is just solid, and I think for a rookie quarterback, I don't know, they might get to him, you know. And if TJ hits him a couple of times, he's definitely not going to be playing the same.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the Rams at Colts. It looks like the Colts are going to have Anthony Richardson back, and I feel like this is going to be the first game he's going to struggle because he hasn't faced anyone like Aaron Donald yet. Even though the Rams are kind of struggling right now against the Bengals, you know, they only got 6 points and it's about to be halftime. I'm still going to roll with LA beating the Colts just because Anthony Richardson hasn't faced a monster like Aaron Donald yet.
I'm probably going with the LA Donalds with this one. Like you said, Aaron Donald is such a game changer, and especially him going against a rookie quarterback. This is going to be Anthony Richardson's nightmare.
Yeah.
There's not enough offensive linemen to block Aaron Donald.
He's going to be like Geno Smith a few years ago. Oh, my God. Or a few weeks ago.
I've seen on the game with Daniel Jones and San Francisco 49ers, his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be that.
Yeah. Zach, you rolling with the Rams too?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams. I really like that new kid, Puka. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know who he was for the second game or the first game or whatever game he went off in. I think went off in every game. But wow, kids, he's amazing, honestly. He's got high leverage.
Yeah. He's good, and then imagine what they're going to be like in a few weeks when they get Cooper Kupp back.
How long's he out for? Like 6-7 weeks?
5? 4.
4?
Yeah, because they put him on IR for the first 4 games, so he could come back week 5.
So,
which is smart.
We'll talk about that next. Sorry.
All right. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Tampa, they're getting their shit pushed in by the Eagles, but I don't really see any shame in that. You know, they're 2-0. They weren't expecting to be that. They're about to be 2-1, but they're getting their butt whooped by a team that was just in the Super Bowl last year and was very damn close to winning the Super Bowl. And New Orleans, I mean, they're 2-1, but they haven't looked good in any game that they've played. They just gave up a 17-0 lead to the Packers. Give me Tampa Bay and give me Mike Evans. Isn't there a dude on the Saints he hates? Isn't it Lattimore? So give me Mike Evans to score a touchdown in this game.
Don't they always fight?
Yeah. I think it's Lattimore. I think that's the dude he hates.
Yeah, there's somebody he's always fighting with. Every time they play, he's always hitting them or something.
Yeah. Drew, what's your prediction?
I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And my bold prediction for this week is going to be Baker Mayfield with 4 touchdowns.
That's a good one. Say that's a good bet on sleeper, actually. I might take that action. Which means it ain't going to happen because I haven't won a contest on sleeper yet. Zach, who are you going with?
Honestly, I'm not betting on the Saints until at least Kamara comes back. So I'm going Buccaneers, and I'm not going to say he's going to score 4 touchdowns, but I think they'll win for sure.
The only factor I give the Saints is it looks like Derek Carr's hurt, so Jameis Winston will be starting, so it'll be a little bit of a revenge game for him if Derek Carr doesn't play, which I didn't even see an update on what's wrong with him.
It's something about a shoulder.
I thought it was a torn vaginal muscle.
Oh my God.
All right. Eagles Washington at Eagles. Eagles by 1 million.
It's going to be Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. And it can be crazy scoring like the Miami and Broncos. I feel like it's going to be a high scoring game, like a 40-10.
Yeah. I go 40-7. Zach, you going for the clean sweep?
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Eagles. Washington sucks. They're going to change their name again. They are. They're not going to be the Commanders. They're going to be like, this is so bad. We can't even be this no more.
Yeah. All right. Cincinnati at Tennessee. I mean, Cincinnati still looks like shit. They're struggling against the Rams right now. They only got 3 points. But Tennessee really sucks. And Derrick Henry kind of looks like he's starting to hit that wall, man. So it's like, do they have a running game? Because I'm going with Cincinnati. It's a pick I don't have a lot of confidence in, but yeah, I mean, it's a battle between 2 teams that look like shit right now. But give me the Bengals.
It's just a little update with the Derek Carr situation. So it looks like he is going to be out for that game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not going to be like a season ending. It's probably like 2 games at most.
Okay.
But my prediction for the Bengals and the Titans, I think it's going to be the Bengals' first win. But it's going to be an ugly game, I believe.
Yeah, this game is not going to be pretty. This game's going to really be ugly.
This is going to be one of those games where like we're going to see the former Bengals or Bengals still struggle, but they're still better than Titans.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bengals. Honestly, I think that'll probably be Joe Burrow's first game where they're like, wow, he's actually looking like himself again, you know?
Yeah. I mean, hell, it's still the first half, and the Bengals have thrown it almost 30 times and have not scored a touchdown. Joe Burrow right now is 15-27 for 109 yards, and all the Bengals have to show for is a field goal.
Oh, Joe Burrow's playing the game? I thought
Yeah.
he was out.
No, he's playing.
Yeah, they let him play. Get down.
Wow, they should have set him out.
All right. Raiders at Chargers. Chargers got away with one against Minnesota. The Vikings out-chargered the Chargers. The Raiders, I mean, this is a tough matchup to pick. I feel like this is going to be the game where the Raiders missed Darren Waller the most. and I'm going to take the Chargers.
Now, every time when the Raiders are in LA, it's like our second home game. I'm going to take that into factor. We have a majority of our fan base in California, and it's going to give it the Chargers real bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the Raiders.
I mean, the
And
Chargers
I
are
think
used.
Go ahead, Cody.
I say the Chargers are used to that. No one shows up to their damn games.
Not only that, like even when we play San Fran, it's always a good
Yeah.
game with San Fran. But I think the fact is the fan bases are going to get loud for the Raiders. I think that's going to be a key factor.
Mhm.
I think Chargers going to choke. The usual Chargers. I think it's going to be a high scoring game as well because our defense sucks and their defense sucks. But our offense can be consistent, and our offense can be super inconsistent. But it's gonna be like a Raiders 42, Chargers 35.
All right. Zach, prediction for the Raiders at Chargers.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go with the Chargers, man, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm so upset.
I don't want to talk about this. Cowboys versus the Patriots in Dallas. Ezekiel Elliott's coming home to play the Cowboys. All I'm going to say is Dak Prescott did not cost us that game last week. I saw Skip Bayless's fucking stupid ass talking about, it's time for the Cowboys to move on from Dak Prescott. Yeah, of course he threw an interception when he's down by 12 with 4 minutes left, and he's trying to lead a comeback.
No, I agree with you. Dak Prescott did not cost the game. The defense did.
Yeah, and Mike McCarthy's stupid-ass play calling. Last time the Patriots and the Cowboys played is one of the greatest games I've ever seen. That's the game where CeeDee Lamb scored the walk-off touchdown, waved bye to that little bitch that played for the Patriots. Can't remember his name. But I know he tried to choke CeeDee Lamb out or something. I ain't picking a game. I ain't picking this game, but if the Cowboys lose
Was it
this,
J.C. Jackson?
Might have been.
Okay.
If the Cowboys lose, they're in trouble because after that they play the 49ers, and I ain't picking them to beat the 49ers next week. They're going to get their shit pushed in because if they gave up a bunch of rushing yards to Christian McCaffrey or to the Cardinals, imagine what they're going to give up to Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Cowboys.
No, you're not gonna like my answer with one coming up.
Go ahead.
I'm going with the Patriots. And the reason being, this is Bill Belichick we're talking about here. When he sees an exploit, he's going to exploit it.
Yeah, but none of the Patriots running backs can run more than 5 miles an hour. I mean, they're all slow as shit.
True, but I feel like this is going to be Ezekiel Elliott revenge tour. And this might be a time I set out Stevenson out of my fantasy team.
All right. And Zach, what's your prediction?
I'm going with Dallas because, honestly, I don't think – I mean, Bill Belichick, he's a great coach, but I don't think he's got the team anymore with him.
Mm.
But that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Dallas, probably at least by a good 14 points, maybe more.
All right. 49ers against the Cardinals. 49ers. I mean, the Cardinals just beat the Cowboys, but yeah, San Francisco's going to whoop their ass. Brock Purdy's still undefeated in the regular season. Y'all going with the 49ers?
I'm going with 49ers, but I think it's going to be a respectable game. Kind of like a 14-24.
I think it'll start out good, and then the Cardinals will run out of gas in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be a lot more respectable.
All right. And then Taylor Swift versus the New York Jets. Give me Kansas City in this one.
Yep. Same here because she'll probably be there in New York. And with Travis Kelce's mom and just having – did you see the video of everyone on the sidelines not really believing she's there, and they're looking up and they're like, who is that? And they're like, oh my God, that's Taylor Swift. That's Taylor Swift. And it like showed like 7 people in a row doing that.
And
It
they're
was
just
crazy.
they look at her and go, "I knew you were trouble when you walked in."
Didn't it look like when Travis Kelce pointed up at her when he was next to Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes honestly waved like a kid who had a crush on this girl. He was like,
You know, his wife was like, talk to Travis right now because I got to get a picture with her. I bet you will see a picture of Taylor Swift and Mahomes' wife here in a few.
yeah, or something. Like they have to for sure.
Yeah. I can't wait for the Chiefs to start sucking and everyone blame it on Taylor Swift, though. Yeah.
Um,
I go ahead, Drew.
I'm going with the Kansas City Swifties, and
Mhm.
my bold prediction for this one: Kansas City's going to get 6 turnovers.
Oh, that's a good one. I bet you Zach Wilson fumbles at least twice.
I'll
And
say 3 interceptions, 3 fumbles.
that and New York's running game sucks. Dalvin Cook has not had one good play for them yet, and Breece Hall he looked good in week 1, and he's looked terrible these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's why I dropped Dalvin Cook in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, the Jets. It's a lost season for them. They're in tank mode. At least they're going to get to keep their first round pick. Since Aaron Rodgers didn't play 65% of the snaps, they get to keep their first round pick, and I'd tank and try to make it a top 5.
Yep.
And then rounding things out with the Seahawks and the Giants. Give me the Seahawks, even though they're having to fly across the country. Give me the Seahawks because, Giants, they suck. Even though they beat a team that just whooped our ass.
You beat the Giants.
Giants?
Yeah. I feel like this. Now, the reason being, I think like this Saquon Barkley is going to be the reason why.
If he plays.
I mean, yeah, if he plays, but even still, if he doesn't play, I think the Giants will beat the Seahawks.
Because it's a high ankle sprain for Saquon Barkley. I don't think he's going to play, actually.
I think that jet lag is going to get to the Seahawks bad, even though they're like the better teams that play across country, across this world. But I think the Giants are going to win, and I honestly think it's going to be a blowout.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sticking with my guns.
Zach, who you picking?
This is really, really hard because I think it could go either way, really. I don't think it's going to be that high a scoring game. I think it's just going to be a low game. But, man, I'm going to go with the Giants just because, it's their home game. I think Darren Waller, if he plays, I think he might do something, even though I didn't like how we traded him that over for a 3rd round and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Giants.
All right. And that is week 3 NFL predictions. A little update on how we did, or week 4, excuse me. A little update on how we did last week. I went 9-4. Zach went 8-5, and Drew went 7-6. Our records for both weeks: I'm 16-12. Drew is 14-14, and Zach is 18-10. So Zach's got the lead all time.
Y'all are right there, though.
500.
Yeah. I say there's some games this week that we disagree on. Not as many clean sweeps as we've been having.
Yep.
But then again, I'm looking at it right now. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's also a bunch of teams that are playing shitty teams this week. So I think we got like 5 clean sweeps going right now.
Yeah. And y'all are only two games pretty much? It goes 2 games behind, 2 games behind.
I'm 2 games behind. Drew is 4. But
I mean, it can only be. It could take 1 week,
But All right, Zach, thank you for joining us on the predictions. They'll be
Yeah, no
uploaded
problem, man.
probably Wednesday this week. All right, some news in the world of WWE. A bunch of firings this week. I mean, one thing is, I mean, it's a bunch of people that weren't even used on TV, but it more offends me that Nia Jax was brought back and Dolph Ziggler's gone.
I know, like, why? Dolph
Yeah,
Ziggler just sacrificed so much for this company. You just fucking cut him for like a 300-pound whale.
yeah. So these are all the cuts. Matt Riddle, Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, Elias, Mustafa Ali, Emma, Riddick Moss, Aaliyah, Top Dollar, Rick Boogs, Massey, Mansoor, Dana Brooke, Daba Kato, Shanky, Ike Manjiro, Yulisa Leon, Quincy Elliott, Bryson Montana. These are all NXT names. Kevin Ventura Cortez, Daniel MacArthur, Alexis Gray, Brooklyn Barlow, and Abdullah Fitzgerald.
Good enough.
Yeah. Everything after Rick Boogs or everything after Mansoor were NXT names.
Yeah.
But still over 20 people fired. I think a lot of it has to do with them announcing the new TV rights deal that they signed on Thursday. They announced that they are going back to the USA Network on a 5-year, $1.4 billion deal. And I remember Nick Khan saying in interviews that they were projected to get $2 billion. And after that TV rights deal got announced, their stock tanked like 10%. And I think they got in a panic mode and started firing people. That's my personal opinion. I haven't really seen any other wrestling news outlets reporting that, but yeah, that's what I think happened.
Yeah, when I saw UFC and WWE was going to merge, I knew Matt Riddle's days were counting.
Yeah, because Dana White hates him. I think it's more of him saying he got molested at an airport. And apparently the reports came out saying that he was actually like drunk off his ass at the airport. I figured his days were numbered when he got suspended for that wellness violation, and he went to rehab, and now he's getting drunk in public, and yeah, doesn't look like Matt Riddle's making the best life choices right now.
Yeah. But hey, this with its releases, it might be good for AEW to finally get some star talent, like Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, Mustafa Ali.
I definitely see Dolph Ziggler going to AEW because his brother's there.
Yeah.
I don't know about Shelton Benjamin. I feel like he'll be hired back as like a coach at the PC.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because Shelton
Dana
Benjamin's pretty talented. He can, he could show a thing or two.
Mustafa Ali, I think will end up in AEW. Elias, I think will end up in AEW. Emma, I think will end up on OnlyFans. Riddick Moss will probably be recording OnlyFans with Emma. Aaliyah sucks. She's gonna be on the indies. Top Dollar is gonna continue making shitty rap albums. Rick Boogs, I think he'll be in TNA.
Yeah.
Massey, I think he'll end up in TNA. Mansoor, I think will go to AEW. Yeah, that's about it. The rest of these names, I have no idea because a lot of them I don't know who the hell they are.
But you think Matt Riddle will go back to wrestling
I think
after
Matt
this?
Riddle's going to end up in jail
Yeah.
at the rate he's going. Yeah, Matt Riddle's just a fucking idiot.
It's unfortunate because, Randy Orton pushed him so hard.
Yeah. And then another news piece today out of the world of wrestling, and this hasn't been confirmed, but there's some strong rumblings about this. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon look like they're heading for a divorce. I don't know where this news came from, but I got home and I was checking Twitter and I saw they were both trending and I'm like, And then everyone was talking about like them separating. And then somebody asked Sean Ross Sapp about it and he says, not my business. And I'm like, if he knew something, I think he would just, well, he says he doesn't comment on people's personal stuff, but I feel like if he knew something, he would just straight up say no, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that kind of gives me a strong, itchy feeling. I don't know if there's like court records or something, or maybe it's because somebody else now owns WWE and Triple H has to marry that dude's daughter now. That might be it.
Triple H's out there and getting the fucking paychecks, you know.
Yeah. Can't blame him. Again, he has profited a shitload of money off this sale. I think he made like $5 million.
Yeah, I mean, he's a wealthy man now.
Mhm.
He's
I
pretty much
mean,
set for
yeah,
life.
yeah. Yeah, dude, did we have any other topics I wrote down? I don't think so. No. By the way, did you guys see my notepad earlier when I had the picks pulled up?
No.
Okay, cool. I was worried about that because I was trying to erase the games from last week so I could write down this week's picks. And on my notepad, it has a bunch of like passwords and shit wrote on it. And I was like, oh shit. I'll look back at the recording, and if it did show, then I'll just put like a still image and put like censored or something. But I need to go buy more alcohol for the Cowboys game this week because I drank a whole 6 pack of those Caneman Jack margaritas after that game.
I don't blame you. It's like,
Yeah.
that's, you know, I won't say this now. Week 5, Josh McDaniels gets fired.
Really?
Yeah, I'm saying it now.
I
I
mean,
think Mark Davis might willing to go under for it.
it's possible.
If your team goes the same rate, mine is probably Mike McCarthy too.
Because y'all play the Chargers. Who do y'all play next week? Play the Packers on Monday night.
See, if we lose these next 2 games, I think it's yeah. Josh McDaniels out the door.
Mm. It's very possible, dude. I feel like he's gonna be gone after this season at least.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is his last season for sure.
Yeah.
He's either sooner or later.
But, oh, dude, I feel like there was so much more I had to talk about, but I'm seeing red with the Cowboys right now. Feel like there's other stories I had, but I mean, we talked about the WWE cuts, we talked about the NFL, and heck, that's what's taking over our lives right now.
Yep.
Yeah. No video game news really. I saw
It's been
Assassin's
stale as hell.
Yeah, saw Assassin's Creed's gonna be coming out with a VR game. That might be pretty cool. But other than that, I'm excited. So I don't know if the people watching this scene, but looking over here, it's because I have a brand new monitor. I got 2 monitors now, and so I can pull up the stats and stuff. I hope you guys noticed that during this week's episode. And I'm really excited to play shooters on this monitor, Drew, because I've never played like a shooter game on a small screen.
Dude, it's game changing.
Yeah, I played Madden on it earlier, and um, I mean, I'm really good at Madden, so it's kind of hard to tell if it was that much of an issue. In this game, I only threw 2 incompletions, and I threw it like 30 times. So,
Yeah,
but
with smaller screen, like you're able to focus more.
yeah, that was the one thing. I definitely did read the defense is a lot better. So shooters, I'm excited to play it. Might uh, excuse me, might break up some Battlefield.
Yeah,
Battlefield
yeah.
4 because that's free on Game Pass, you know. Yeah, that or just Call of Duty's coming out with a game this year, aren't they?
I would think so.
Well, they were going to a 2-year cycle. Next COD. That's how much COD is dead right now. Oh yeah, Modern Warfare 3 comes out November 10th of 2023. That's how dead
Yeah.
Call of Duty is. We didn't even know one was coming out. And I remember us talking about it on the podcast too.
Yeah, Call of Duty is pretty much dead.
Yeah. All the shooter games are really like Battlefield. I thought the last Battlefield sucked too, and they've had a string of bad games really.
Yeah, because they're all focusing on the fucking getting to the market of fucking selling everything, skins and everything.
Yeah.
No, actually making the game good.
But that's episode 25 of the Trainwreck Podcast. Sorry it wasn't a bigger spectacle, but it's NFL season, buddy, and we did a special thing for episode 20. So, episode 50, I guarantee we'll have a way bigger thing if we make it to 50. One of us might be dead. Who knows?
Unless there's a tragic thing, like the Bray Wyatt thing.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Hopefully not. We'll see y'all next week. Drew, I'll call you here in a minute.
Peace, love, hand jobs.
Peace, love, and hand jobs. And always remember propane over charcoal. Boo!
Boo!
All right.